So Klaviyo has announced that on February 18th, they are changing their billing. The new billing system works based on the amount of active profiles that you have in your account. No longer are they using the old method where you could change your billing based on the volume of emails you sent. This means a number of things. Primarily, that your Klaviyo bill could be a lot higher than it normally is, because once this new pricing scheme kicks in, your bill will be based on the number of active profiles in your account. So in some cases, this could double your bill. In one of our clients' case, that was going to be the end outcome. But we have created a system that will allow you to reduce your Klaviyo bill and automate the process of cleaning out your Klaviyo account in the future and keeping your list clean with profiles that are only going to be the most valuable to you. This is a 6-step process, so we're going to go through each of them. So it'll be very easy for you to follow and implement within your own Klaviyo account as well. All right, so step number 1. Okay. First thing we need to do is there are 3 segments that we need to set up. The first is our inactive subscribers. These are people that have been a part of your Klaviyo account. They've received emails, but they've not engaged with any of your content in a specific time frame. So this is how you'll set up this particular segment. People that have received at least 10 emails overall time, opened 0 times in the last 180 days, which is approximately 6 months, and clicked 0 times in the last 180 days and placed 0 orders overall time. Obviously, we don't want to be excluding customers, so that's why we want to use that particular definition. Next is we're going to be creating a sunset segment. This is slightly different. These are people who've also received at least 10 emails over the last 365 days. They have engaged with some of your content, right? So they have opened or clicked at least once overall time, but in the last 180 days, they've not engaged with any of the emails that you've been sending out. So that will be our sunset segment. Last is dead subscribers. These are email addresses, a part of your Klaviyo account that have either bounced, marked as spam, or dropped, right? These are adding no value to your Klaviyo account. You want to get rid of them. Once you've created those 3 segments, you're going to be sending out 2 campaigns, right? So this is step number 2. Using the inactive segment we've created, you're going to be creating 2 plain text, no graphics, no pictures, just 2 plain text campaigns, ideally from the founder, right? Someone that can be the face of the brand. First email, okay? This is campaign number 1. You want to make a subject line that is quite clickbaity, right? You want to get people to engage with this content. Remember, this is going to our inactive segment. So these are people who've not engaged with any of the emails in a long time. So the more clickbaity your subject line, the higher the chances of them opening that email, which is what we want, okay? So make sure that the subject line is very clickbaity. Make sure the email is personable, right? If it's coming from the founder, make it relatable, make it personal, make it funny, something that is going to engage the person reading the email, okay? You want to remind the subscribers of all the good things that they're going to be missing out on if they unsubscribe using this email, right? Which is one of the things we want them to do. Okay, so this is what the content could be. Okay, hey, Paul, this is John from company ABC. Is everything all right? Because it's been some time since you've opened up one of our emails, okay? Making it a little bit personable here. If you'd still like to get our emails from myself or company ABC about our new products, discounts, and news, you don't need to do anything. Okay, so over here is where you're going to be creating a little bit of FOMO, letting people know that, there's going to be cool stuff coming up. So you don't want them to actually unsubscribe. But if you think our time together is done and you'd like to unsubscribe, click here, okay? And then you're going to hyperlink here using your unsubscribe dynamic place text holder. If this is farewell, I wish you the best. And if you want, you can always resubscribe in the future. Regards, John, okay? Now, next is 2 days after that campaign, you're going to send one more campaign again to the inactive subscriber segment, okay? Now, very important to note here that if someone did engage with this first email here, they're going to move out of that inactive subscriber segment, okay? So don't worry about thinking that you're going to email the same person twice, because that's not going to be the case. And if anyone clicked to unsubscribe, then again, they've now unsubscribed and they're not going to get the second email. So 2 days later, you want to send a campaign like this. Again, plain text email from the founder, very personable, to the point, okay, not messing around. Hey, Paul, I guess this is really it. As the founder of company ABC, it'll be sad to see you go, unless you'd like to stick around for new product drops, member-only discount, and important updates. Again, give people a reason to stick around, okay? Use FOMO. It's a powerful psychological tool. If that's you, you don't need to do anything, but if you want, you can unsubscribe by clicking here. Again, giving people an opportunity to unsubscribe because we want to clear out as many people from our Klaviyo account so that we can reduce that Klaviyo bill. However, if you decide, I'm grateful to be a part of your income. Okay, whatever you decide, I'm grateful to be part of your inbox. Okay, make it friendly. Okay, so that is the end of step number 2. Step number 3 is we're going to be suppressing. Okay, so take these 2 segments that we've created, which is the inactive segment and the dead subscribers segment, and you're going to be suppressing them inside Klaviyo. Okay, very important to note that, again, if anyone engaged with the previous 2 campaigns, they're going to be removed from that inactive segment and the dead subscriber segment, and they're going to now be part of your active subscriber segment. So when you suppress these 2 segments, you're not going to be suppressing anyone that has engaged with those campaigns, and so they won't be affected. To suppress these 2 segments, you're going to go to your lists and segments inside Klaviyo. You're going to search for the segment's name. So, for example, inactive segment. And on the right-hand side over here by the 3 dots, you're going to click that. And then underneath the options, you're going to click suppress current members. Okay. And you're going to be doing that for both of these segments, inactive subscribers and the dead subscribers that we created in step number 1. Okay. Moving on to step number 4. We're going to be setting up our sunset flow using the sunset segment that we created as our trigger. Okay, so over here you can see the trigger, anyone that has been added to the sunset segment. Okay, and then we're going to be adding 2 profile filters. The first is opened emails 0 times since starting this flow, because again, if someone has engaged with our emails in this flow, we want to move them out of the flow. Okay, so opened emails 0 times since starting the flow and clicked emails 0 times since starting the flow. Very important. Okay, then we're going to have a 1-day time delay. You can make it less if you want. Then we're going to have our first conditional split, which is to see if the person entering this flow is a customer. Have they purchased from us in the past? So place at least once order, at least once over all time. Yes. Okay, they're going to move down the yes split, and they're going to be part of the flow that sends emails to current customers. If they've never purchased from us, they're going to move down the no split, and we're going to be sending them emails from the non-customer segment. Okay, for customers, the first email is you want to remind them why they purchased from you in the past. Okay, why you're such a great brand, highlight some of your key benefits, that type of thing. Again, use FOMO to keep them subscribed. Make the subject line, again, clickbaity to get them opening, right? Because if they open and they don't click the unsubscribe option, then again, they move out of this flow and they move into your engage segment. 2 days later, send them a second email. Maybe over here, you want to offer them a discount to get them coming back and purchasing from you. For non-customers, use a plain text email from the founder. Again, provide people with a way to unsubscribe, similar like we did with the campaigns. Second email, 2 days later, again, you might want to use something like a discount offer to tempt them into buying, re-engaging them. Typically, we don't see these emails converting a lot in terms of this people inside the sunset segment to customers. It's more about getting them engaged and giving them the option to unsubscribe if they want. Okay, so don't expect a lot of conversions in terms of purchases and customers. What you really want to be aiming for is engagement, getting people to engage with the emails inside this flow, so they move out of the sunset segment and they move back into your engage segment. Okay, now Over here, you're going to be waiting 5 days. Okay, you want to make it given a good amount of time for the possibility of anyone engaging with the emails inside this flow. And then you're going to have a conditional split here that checks to see if they've opened and engaged with any of the emails in this flow. Okay, so opened email 0 times since starting this flow and clicked email 0 times since starting this flow. If so, they meet the conditions for this conditional split, they move down the yes segment, and over here we're going to be updating the profile property with a suppress tag. Okay, so create suppress as true, and that'll basically tag anyone that has made their way through the sunset segment with the profile tag suppress, and we're going to be using that a bit later on, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so once you've set up this sunset segment, you can obviously turn it on and it'll just run in the background anytime someone is added to this sunset segment that we created in step number 1. They will trigger this flow and they'll start receiving these emails. Okay, step number 5. Okay, this is quite important. We're going to be editing our welcome flow. Okay, so your welcome series is typically going to be the flow that receives the most amount of action in terms of new leads making their way through, receiving content from you, right? These are typically people that have, subscribed to an offer. They're very excited to open and click your emails and buy from you. So this flow is going to be receiving a lot of engagement typically. If you're not getting a lot of engagement, something's wrong. Your emails are going to spam. They're not worth opening. There's something up there. So you definitely need to look into that if you're not getting good engagement. Okay, but you should be. Now, if a lead has made their way through the welcome flow and they've not engaged with any of the content, this is a very low quality lead. We do not want them part of our Klaviyo email database. They add no value. Okay, so we want to get rid of them. So how do we do that? We're going to be using the same conditional split that we used at the bottom of our sunset flow in step number 1 to see if anyone has engaged with the emails inside of this flow. Okay, so over here at the bottom of your welcome series, you're going to be having a 5-day time delay after the last email. You're going to be having a conditional split to check to see if anyone has opened or clicked 0 of the emails since starting the flow. If so, we want to suppress them. Okay, so this is what it'll look like. For example, over here in one of our client's flows, the last email number 6, okay, we have a 5-day time delay, and then we have our conditional split to see if they've opened 0 emails and clicked 0 emails since starting this flow. As you can see here, the majority are no. Okay, so that's good. We're having people that are engaging with the content inside of this flow, but there are some that just for whatever reason are not engaging with the content, right? They signed up, they can't be bothered, they change their mind, they don't want to actually buy from you. Okay, why keep these people around? They're not interested in either your emails or buying from you, and especially with the new Klaviyo billing update, you don't want to keep these people part of your database. You want to suppress them. Okay, so if so, create property profile as suppress and mark as true. Okay, now step number 6, the last step, is we're going to be doing a quarterly suppression. Okay, so using the profile property tag in step number 4 and step number 5, we're going to be setting up a segment of these people that have that suppress tag as part of their profile. And every 90 days, we're going to be going into our Klaviyo account and we're going to be suppressing these people, okay, and removing them from the active profiles into suppress, therefore reducing your Klaviyo bill. To set up this segment, very easy. You want to create a new segment, and then under properties, properties about someone, suppress equals true. So suppress is the tag, equals true, and opened emails 0 times in the last 180 days and clicked emails 0 times in the last 180 days. Okay, so you can see here we have this segment set up. Okay, and every 90 days you're going to go in and you're going to suppress the current members. That is the 6-step process to reducing your Klaviyo bill and automating the cleaning process for your Klaviyo account, so that you only keep email leads inside your Klaviyo account that add value and that have a good chance of obviously converting and becoming customers or repeat purchases. I hope that this video was useful and informational for you, and it was very easy to follow, so you can implement this same process inside of your Klaviyo account to reduce your Klaviyo bill.